He bought adult magazines, bleach, and duct tape, then tried to lure a teenager into his truck. That's when I realized this wasn't just a creepy customer. I was watching a predator set the stage for something horrific. I was on a short smoke break behind the liquor store where I worked. A man in his 40s walked up. His words were broken English, but his stare was perfectly clear. Something was off. He told me he needed to buy a few things. Inside, he chose adult magazines and cleaning supplies, then met my eyes and lifted his brows. "My house is going to be fun tonight. You should come by," he said, smiling. I forced a polite "no thanks" and rang him up. He left. I tried to shake that feeling off that was crawling up my spine. Minutes later, a teenager rolled in on a skateboard, grabbed a soda, and headed back out. Through the front windows, I saw them talking, but customers kept me busy. Then the man returned. This time, he bought beer and a roll of duct tape. He avoided eye contact, demanded a black bag, and hurried out. I stepped to the doorway. Outside, he slid the bag into his truck, kept only the beer, and waved the teen over to the passenger side. Something snapped inside of me. I rushed out. "What are you doing?" I asked the kid. He shrugged. "None of your business, man." "It is my business," I said. "That guy just bought duct tape, cleaner, and adult magazines. The bear isn't what worries me. I'm calling the police. Don't get in the truck." His eyes widened. "He just offered me a ride. I'm not going anywhere with him." The man's face twisted. He pulled out a small knife, muttering in Spanish I couldn't catch. I raised my phone and aimed it like a camera. "You're being recorded." He froze, cursed under his breath, then climbed into his truck. I stared hard at the license plate until it burned into my memory. He sped off. I dialed 911. Because he used a credit card for the cleaner and magazines, officers traced the name. They told me the plate already had a warrant attached, details sealed, but serious. Before hanging up, the officer thanked me for stopping the teenager from getting in that truck. Sometimes I still wonder, what would have happened if I minded my own business? The playground had become my daily stop. Kids laughing, games starting in seconds, everything light and harmless. One afternoon, a new boy joined the mix. From the first hello, he felt too intense, stepped too close, choosing every game, telling the other kids what to do. Something about him made my stomach turn. He grabbed a fallen stick, held it like a knife, and climbed onto the bouncy playground horse. With a grin, he jabbed the stick again and again into the toy's back, shouting that he was making it go wild. The other kids drifted away. My own child hurried to my side. I tried to shrug it off. Maybe he was just excited. But the feeling only grew. The boy was heavy-set, hair long and tangled, and when someone used the word "she" for another kid, he spun around, voice sharp, face red. Moments later, he spotted a beetle crawling near the sandbox. All play stopped for him. That insect became his whole world. He knelt, blocking the view, shoulders shaking with strange delight. Something inside me said, "Leave. Now." So I guided my child toward a busier area of the park. As we passed the gate, the boy called after us, joy in his voice. "I got it. It's gone." I didn't need to look to know what he meant. Kids can be rough with bugs, sure, but his thrill felt aware. The walk home was quiet, except for my thoughts asking what happens behind that boy's front door. I still see his smile in the dark, and I still shiver. My apartment's laundry room sits in a small building behind the main units, locked at all hours, each tenant with a key. One night, I finished drying my clothes and started across the lot. A voice called from behind me, "Excuse me." I turned. A man I'd never seen stood there, face still, eyes narrowed. Something inside me blared, "Danger." He spoke calmly. "I just moved in and don't have a key yet. Can you open the door for me?" I remembered a moving truck a few days earlier and nodded, "Sure, I can unlock it." Then he asked, "Can I borrow your key?" I hesitated. "It's fine," he added. "Tell me your unit and I'll drop it in your mailbox when I'm done." Cold washed over me. "No," I said. "I'll open the door. There's a wedge inside. Prop it open." He stared, then forced a small thanks. I unlocked the room, set the wedge, and walked off. Halfway across the lot, I felt eyes on my back. I looked over my shoulder. He was still in the doorway, watching silently. Instinct told me, don't let him see where you live. I changed course, slipped behind the building, and entered through a side door I rarely used. I never saw him again. Maybe he was harmless, but no stranger has ever set off my alarms that fast or that loud.